Hey everybody, Pastor Steve Melly from Christ Presbyterian Church in Tucson, Arizona. Welcome to another edition of Faith-Filled Friday. I want to talk to you about something really challenging today. Something that there's a lot of agreement and disagreement on. We're going to do that on another subject next Friday too. But today, I want to talk to you about Louisiana. How weird. Steve Meldy, pastor of Christ Presbyterian Church in Tucson, Arizona, talking to you about the state of Louisiana. However, Louisiana is in the news this week, right? Because they passed a law that the Ten Commandments are to be printed on a poster in large, clear lettering in all public school classrooms, including universities. And at first, as a Christian, I would think that would be a really good thing. And I know we Christians agree and disagree on this. I want you to know where I stand and why. I think it's a really bad idea. I think it's a really bad idea. I don't think it's right. I don't think we need to be posting the Ten Commandments in public schools. I don't think that we need to be passing laws that the Ten Commandments need to be posted in our public schools. If I want my children who were in public schools, to be taught religion, I'll make sure they're taught religion. I don't need a public school teacher or a public school system to teach my children religion. And oh, by the way, a country founded on liberty and justice for all, though it was probably industrialized by people who were Christian, they made sure in the writing of the law that our country didn't favor a religion. The Ten Commandments favor one of two religions, either the Jewish tradition or the Christian tradition. And so I really do think that it is a wrong thing for us to do, to pass a law that the Ten Commandments need to be posted in public schools. It's not where I need to teach religion. That needs to be done through parents and through the churches. And oh, by the way, possibly even more importantly, for us Christians who think posting the Ten Commandments is what's going to change the world, I will remind you of the story when Jesus was confronted by a lawmaker who was trying to trap him. And the lawmaker said to Jesus, "Which of the commandments is most important?" Which of those 10 did Jesus choose? How would you choose one of the 10 to be the most important? Wise Jesus looked at him and said, "The greatest commandment is to love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and your neighbor as yourself." Jesus didn't quote the 10. He quoted the basic law of God upon which all other laws are created. All other life is to be lived. And if we're to post anything, that's what should be posted. I get a little riled up sometimes because I think sometimes we Christians who want to do well, who want the world to know of God and Jesus, who want the world to live faithfully, go about it in the wrong way. Legislating religion is wrong in this country. The freedom of religion is what is right. And the freedom of religion is based on exactly what Jesus talked about. We're simply called to love God with all that we are and to love each other and ourselves. If you're going to stand for something, stand for that. Sit for that. Call out for that. Live that in your life. But don't try to legislate it. You can't force God on people. That doesn't create a relationship. What does is the way you live, the way you love God, the way you love yourself, and the way you love all people. That's what will draw people to God. That's what we Christians need to be focusing on. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and your neighbor as yourself. Folks, if we focused on that in each of our lives, wherever we are, I think we'd all be a lot better off. You're welcome to agree. You're welcome to disagree. Here's the kicker. Do that kindly and gently. And show the world how Christians can really engage in difficult discussions, in controversial issues, even those of faith. When we do that in love and kindness and gentleness with one another, we all grow. And right now, that's not happening much. And I'll tell you more about that next Friday in a very particular way that concerns me greatly and troubles me deeply. Today, I just want you to look at that issue. Posting the 10 Commandments in a legislated law in this country is, in my opinion, wrong. It just is. Inviting people into a relationship with God through Jesus the Christ by loving, that's what's right. Our job isn't to force God on people. Our job as followers of Jesus is to show them the way, but not beat them into submission. And the only way we can show them the way is by living it ourselves. May it be so for you today, wherever you are and wherever you are on this issue. Grace and peace to us all this day. Thank you for joining me for another edition of Faith-Filled Friday. I'm going to talk to you about another controversial issue next Friday. I hope you'll join me. But this is Steve Meldey, pastor of Christ Presbyterian Church in Tucson, Arizona. At least for now.